is wonderful. Welcome to the Humbled Faith podcast. I did a sermon last night. It's a bit brighter today. Right now, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start talking, preaching, all that wonderful good stuff. Yeah. So, first thing we're gonna get into is Israel. That's the question. Israel. What's going on there? As you guys can tell, let me get my mouse going. That's probably a little off topic, but hang in there, man. Hang in there. I just kind of like the speech of it because it kind of says hang in there, and hang in there. It's gonna be a long, a bumpy, a scary ride, and we're all kind of just gonna have to just go with it. It's just God's tribulation, because God He's angry for all the wrong doing, the bad, and the stuff. Like, yes, we're gonna have to live through God's. Let me look at this paper. We're gonna have to live through God's. What do you call it? Like, Satan has received permission to test us all. We're being tested. But God is gonna, He's gonna make us go through a lot of painful, long-suffering punishments. But it's gonna be there for a reason. It's gonna happen for a reason. And we're just gonna talk about that in today's sermon. And we're just, it's not a sermon, my bad. I'm just excited to preach this, and we're just gonna talk about just God, man. It's gonna be awesome. Let me just read some passages from the Bible. We're just like, Satan was allowed to test Job. Let him test Job, right? Satan sent these, it's just like, what do you want to call that? Like, rashes, and he took pottery and he scraped off all those like bloody, bumpy things that Satan put on him, and he still stayed faithful. And his wife, why haven't you just disobeyed God? And Job said, are you talking nonsense? Like, you're talking nonsense here, people. Like, why would I disobey God? Just why would you? And but that's what we're going to be talking about. But before we get into most of this, it's just God's tribulation. We're gonna talk about something that I recommend. I'm not sponsored, but recommend, is vitamin mineral fusion. Vitamin mineral fusion is the number one recommended vitamin thing that I would recommend to you. By Infowars.com, Alex Jones. It's just all vitamin powder put into one, and you get different flavors. I got the fruit punch flavor. It's really good. You just kind of drink it down, and there you go. You got your vitamin system in. I feel great after taking it, and it's just a really good source of vitamins. And I think it'd be good during survival because it just keeps you going, because you're not gonna have that resource to get that vitamin. You're gonna run out of those little pill type ones. So the powder, I think it's easy and it works really well. I think it's a nice vitamin, man. It really does well, I'll tell you that. It really does well. It keeps me going, gets me up, gets me right. And so Israel. This is what we're going to get into, is Israel. What's going on in Israel? October 7th, 2023, Hamas, which is a Palestinian-Pakistan type organization, terrorist type program that went in and started a war with Israel. Now, we all know that Israel is God's country, pretty much. But America is also God's country. So if America falls, we all fall. We all fall. None of us are going to stay up. If America falls, we all fall. Because America is like pretty much the number one leading source of just imported goods. Like, we get a lot of our stuff from other countries, but you think about other countries get stuff from other countries too. Like Japan, they get limited resources. But anyways, if America falls, we all fall. Just hang in there. That's all. Just gotta hang in there. You cannot give up God's word. You cannot stop trusting and believing on Jesus. You can't give your faith up. You kind of just gotta keep going. And I want to have a time. My cousin's gonna come over. We're gonna probably do a nice little, just talking about Jesus, his story, my story, and we're just gonna do that. Like, just hang in there. It's that simple. Just don't lose your faith. But Israel, that's the question: is what's happening in Israel? You know, from the news, you only get so much, right? Did you know that in 2020? Actually, Hamas had tunnels underground. They had tunnels underground. Crazy, just crazy. Underground since 2020. Just tunnels. Man, tunnels. Like, what the frick? Why are there tunnels, man? Why are there tunnels? Underneath Gaza, underneath Israel, everywhere. Tunnels. Freaking tunnels. And you kind of question it, and you're like, what do you mean? There's tunnels from the Hamas? This has been a group organized thing. They've been training in Venezuela for a long, long time. They have been training right outside our borders for a long, long time. What are they going to do? They're going to come and kill us. Jesus says it. You'll be persecuted for believing in my name's sake. I hope everyone's ready for this. I hope everyone's ready for this story. Because God's had enough. We've all had enough. And it's time we just stand up for what we believe is right. It's gonna go down. It's gonna crash. And we just gotta be ready for that. And I recommend you get a nice bug out bag ready, because stuff's gonna hit the fan. Just gonna grab some papers here real quick. So I'm gonna give out this date. So October 24th, Bo Pony. Sorry if I said your name wrong, Bo, but he is a wonderful man. God gave him a gift. But October 7th, it was the Hamas attack. Now, October 24th at 10:47, October 24th, 10:47, he said something would happen. By the time we know what happened, it'd be like 72 hours before we even find out. And it's going to be the start of something. So, but why do we have to be scared? Because if God is with us, then who would be against us? Who would be against us? And that's what a lot of people don't understand. I'm gonna tell a story. So, I was playing junior varsity soccer. It recently got cut out because I had a fractured foot. Slide tackle. Refs said no slide tackle, and I got myself slide tackled. But yeah. So, anyways, I've been getting picked on for believing in Jesus. I was talking about Jesus, and they kept telling me, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. You know, no one cares. Oh, if you're a Christian, like, and then I was told I only go to church for the free wine. It's like pretty much mocking God. And one kid told me, he's like, I'm Jewish. I'm like, that's awesome. You know, but you don't gotta be a religion to believe in God. He's like, I'm Jewish. Like, oh, okay. A lot of stuff happened. I want to tell my story. So, when I was about 10 years old, I was like just a disobedient child, pretty much, you could say. Just make it quick in a nutshell. I was a disobedient child. I was non-loving and disrespectful. When I was 11 is when we started really praying. Well, like 10, we started praying. I never understood who God was. Never understood it. I always questioned him, and I would doubt him, and I never understood who he was or what he was doing in my life. Little did I know. So when I was 11, continued praying, and we heard about this event called the Reawaken Tour of America. A wonderful event, wonderful tour. But I was around 12. It was October 21st. Today is the 1-year anniversary where I met our good friends in Pennsylvania, Walter and Catherine Meck. Walter is a prophet, God's general, a servant of God, and it's just been a wonderful thing. And so, getting into the story, we went to this Reawaken tour. I was around 12 years old. Didn't know much about God, but I wanted to have a strong relationship with God. Now, before that, I mocked God. I was very disobedient, and I continued to do that after I've been baptized too. But on the first day of the Reawaken tour, my mom really wanted to listen to Prophet Julie Green speak, a prophetess, I should say, and she was talking with God, and the only thing I really heard and remembered is that God said, "I love you," and she said, "I love you too, Lord." And I kind of just I was like, okay, God's talking to her. And I was like, Mom, is God talking to that lady? And my mom's like, shh, just listen. And that's all I really remember. And the second day, we met our good friends Walter and Catherine. And Walter, this is the first time I did church. I have never done church before. I've been to a church just once, but I've never done church. Never ever. But anyways, we're there at the Reawaken tour the second day, which would be today. Well, no, not today. It would be, oh yes, maybe today. Pretty sure it'd be today. And tomorrow, I believe, would be my baptism. I have my baptism certificate somewhere. I think my mom has it in good hands, so hopefully. Anyways, so, pretty much, yeah, it was a little bit darker out. It was towards the end, and I saw these two people praying, and they were praying over people, and these people were crying, and I was like, I want to get that done to me. My sister was scared and didn't want to get it done to her, but I was like, I want to get that done to me. I go there, knowing little less. My mom asked, "What's going on here?" to this one lady, and this lady was telling us what was happening, and I was just shocked. I was like, wow, I want that done. So I remember I started getting prayed for, and then I remember I just started bawling out, crying. And he told me, he's like, hold on, God's telling me something. And he took his big Civil War jacket. So this man, God told this man, this prophet, that he needs to wear a suit. This suit is full wool. It's a Civil War suit, head to toe. He's got a sword, everything. It's crazy. It's like a reenactment suit, but maybe a little better. And he's there. And he puts it on me. He's like, "Son, you can't fill this coat yet. You can't fill it." And I'm just like, "What do you mean?" And he's asked my mom, he's like, "You got a dad here? Does he have a father, a dad, stuff?" And my mom's like, "Yeah." My mom goes and get my dad. And he tells me, he's like, "Crazy, huh?" I'm like, "Really? It's really crazy." You know, I'm only 12. And then I was told that I'd be a general, like a soldier, like a general for God's army. And then it never clicked. I was like, "Oh, sweet, I'm gonna be a general in the military, man. Let's go." You know, when really it's not just a general in the military. It's a general in spiritual battle. He told me I'd be a prophet. And it's been hard lately because I don't know my Bible verses that well, and I gotta get better at that. So I just ask for prayers for that. But it's just been It's been just a crazy ride. I've doubted God multiple times. I've rebuked God. I've said inappropriate and foul language to God, and He's never left. He's still been there. And every day I have a rough day, and I just need to learn to say, Satan, get behind me. And every day is a rough day. Excuse me. I'm always mocking God, and when I was younger, I was always mocking God. Still, yeah, but anyways, every day is still a rough day. And when I saw these kids on my soccer team mocking God, I was just like, Father, they know not what they do. And I just wanted to say something, but I couldn't. But this is pretty much just my story, and we're just gonna talk a little bit about Israel. But I'll go into like a little bit more of my story in another when I have an interview with my cousin. But I just want to say, like, it's been an honor. It's been so wonderful. And I would play a song, but I do not have my phone on me again. We're just gonna get in Israel. So Israel, we all know, is God's country. I've done research about Israel. I've seen like all the capitals, or not capitals, but like, and the capital of Israel is like right. It's Jerusalem, correct? If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I'm pretty sure it's Jerusalem. A lot of stuff's going on. A lot of stuff, like, there's pretty much, God said He'll take the mark of the beast, and they've taken the mark of the beast. God says that everyone will take the mark of the beast. Everyone will take the mark of the beast. Everyone will take the mark of the beast. But I haven't. Many people haven't. Many people have rejected it. There's a lot more people out there that you think that have rejected it. You will take the mark of the beast. Everyone will take the mark of the beast. But He also says in Revelations that you will run to the mountains. We will run to the mountains. And this prophet, Walter, Prophet 13, from Corinthians 13, told my mom that she would hear a word called run. Now tomorrow, we're going to get back into that. So tomorrow, October 24th, 10:47, is the start of something Bo said. October 24th, 10:47, the start of something. Again, if God is with us, who would be against us? Who should be against us? But yes, 2024 we gotta soak in. That's gonna be a rest year, because the year after that it's just gonna be tribulation after tribulation after tribulation after tribulation after tribulation after tribulation. It's just gonna be non-stop. But God is not mocked. God will not be mocked during these times, because I tell you, God is not, from this point now, because this is the final harvest, and then 2024 it's gonna be a lax. The final harvest, 2024, and then we're going into something greater, some more tribulation. So we got to be ready for that. But anyways, Israel, God's country, what happened? We go back to Jesus' time. Caiaphas ripped his clothing when Jesus said, I am the Son of God. Because that's all he wanted. That's what he wanted. He wanted to know, just that right there, okay, he's guilty right away. And even Peter has said, you've killed the Son of God. And they've put him in jail so many times. And remember, I don't know if you guys remember, the angel came in and just took him out of the prison. Come on, you're going to keep preaching. You're not going to stop. You're just going to keep preaching. And they went back. The doors were locked. The guards were there, but no one was in the jail cell. And they found them there preaching again and again and again until they were brutally martyred. We'll get into that to another day. But, like, the pain and suffering Jesus went through, they killed him. And he also said there's going to be a lot and a lot and a lot of people who are going to, there's going to be the Antichrist, the false gods, the false prophets, which are going to come into your lives as sheep clothing, but inwardly they're ravening wolves. And they're going to be there, and they're just going to take you away from God. That's why you got to stay strong. You got to have discernment with your words. But anyways, I'm not attacking Israel. I really want to go to Israel. I want to just go to where they believe Calvary is. But, in Jerusalem. But, it's crazy. There's war over there. There's war in Russia and Ukraine, if we even know if it's a war. It could be a Hollywood reenactment for all we know. Same with the Israel war. Something's just not right about these two things. They're distractions because they know that, if you think of it this way, they know that if this whole Ukraine and Russia thing comes out about being fake, we have to have something else to back it up. We need something to back it up. So they probably started a new war. These deaths, they could be deaths from the COVID vaccine, from the coronavirus vaccine. These could be deaths from that. And they're trying to hide them up. Because pretty much 100% of Israel is completely vaccinated. Now, I'm not going against anyone's rights. You want to get it, go right ahead. That is your choice. God gave you that choice. But you can't go pushing it on other people. And another thing is like this LGBTQ stuff is like, God's not happy with it. God is he's very upset. And that's why his tribulations are on their way. Alright folks, we're going on 22 minutes. This is going to be a short, it's just a check-in, like a hang in there, like Israel, question mark. What's going on? What's happening? So, again, recommend Vitamin Mineral Fusion. Again, not sponsored by any means. Just recommend it. It's a good source of vitamins. I recommend you get it. It's a little bit on the more expensive side, but it's worth the money. And thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to try and do a check-in every day. Now, question Israel. Question Hamas. Question what's happening. Just question things. But have discernment at the same time. Alright, folks. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed, awesome day. And, God bless you. And, goodbye, folks. Remember, you gotta stay true in the love. Don't stop what you're doing. Keep believing in God.